Hi, Cancer. Welcome. This is going to be your tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Cancer, when I was meditating on the collective energy before starting this video, I was getting a lot of relationship messages around how you relate to others, the mirror effect, your social circle, your connectivity, okay? Which kind of reminds me a little bit of the Scorpio reading. I got a lot of messages about that in the Scorpio reading as well. So if you have Scorpio in your chart or you're dealing with one, you might want to also check out their reading. And I got two different songs. So one of them is a song called Frozen. No, not the Madonna song. This one is, she says, and time will be frozen for us. It's Sabrina Claudia. Maybe check out that song, that may resonate with you. And then the other song that I got is an older song, just a few lyrics, but basically what he says is, it's time to get down to the heart of a matter, even if you don't love me anymore. So you could resonate with either of those songs, take them or leave them, but let's go ahead and get some tarot cards out and see where this is headed for you, Cancer. So one card for the overall energy is the second house of assets. What is that? So this card is talking about your material world, your possessions, finances, things that you're good at. And this card wanted to come out earlier and it popped out again. Because this card is also similar to the second house. This is the 10th house. So this one is talking about career responsibilities, your achievements, the things you should be proud of, okay? Also talks about reputation. And then this card talks about income. So really interesting that those two both came out. And then the first house of self, which is how you see yourself. How do you perceive self? Do you see yourself as a successful person that can do anything? Or do you see yourself through self-limiting beliefs? Do you think that things are a struggle for you, that you don't have what it takes? They're really asking you, Cancer, to kind of take a look at that. Like, how do you define yourself in your mind? Do you feel like things come easy to you, that you're a quick learner, that you're in tune most of the time? Or do you often feel out of place, out of tune, that it's difficult for you to take on or learn new things? Now, we kind of define our own truth, right? So it seems like when we have those perceptions of ourselves that it is the absolute truth. Yeah, things are difficult for me, can't you see? But honestly, it's never as black and white as you think it is. It's actually a very fluid representation of energy, and you actually can pivot how you see yourself and get different results, right? Just by simply changing the beliefs about self. For instance, you could change it to, things used to be difficult for me, but now I'm often in the flow, and now I find that I learn things easier. And as you get better at telling your narrative, telling your story like that about yourself, you'll actually shift the energy and find that things go easier for you. So it's all a matter of perspective, and they're giving me that song again. So it's time to get down to the heart of the matter. So some of you, if you've been having trouble, right, especially in the financial area, but this could also be in relationships. Maybe you have some limiting beliefs around relationships and how easy or difficult they are, then I feel like just simply soothing your thoughts around that will have a tremendous impact during this time period. All right, so let's see what else we have coming through here for you, Cancer. The Nine of Pentacles. So this card is talking about independence, self-sufficiency, building yourself up. Sometimes it talks about entrepreneurship, but this is like being comfortable with what you bring to the table, Cancer, whether that be in relationships or within your career, like knowing one's worth, right? And standing on your own 2 feet. So let's go a bit further. We're going to go into the headspace and see what we have going on there and what you need to know coming up in the energy. And then we're going to look at the emotional space, the heart space, and relationships, what's going on there. And then we're going to look at the big spiritual picture. So, Cancer. Headspace for my Cancers. 10 of Swords. So that other song is coming through again. She says, the sun will be rising. Time will be frozen for us. Wow, definitely check out that song. Time will be frozen for us. There could be something that feels like time is frozen around, or I don't get like a stagnant energy. I actually get, you know, have you ever had such a good moment that you just kind of wanted to slow down time to make it last just a little bit longer? It's kind of like that. Or a memory that you have where you feel like that memory is kind of frozen in time. It's a very nostalgic energy. So some of you, this is a past energy, but there could also be a moment coming up in the energy, Cancer, where you just kind of want to stop and freeze time. Some of you, this is around like your children, or you don't realize how fast kids grow up until in the blink of an eye, they go from a baby to graduating. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, where did that come from? You know, and just wanting to capture the moment right now because you know that it's a fleeting moment. All right. For others of you, it doesn't have to be related to children, but it's just like this fleeting moment, but you want to grab it because it's meaningful to you. You want to slow it down, or slow it down in your mind. Time will be frozen for us. As I look down, the Six of Cups, of course. Six of Cups talks about memories, nostalgia, children, childhood, the past. Yeah, I definitely feel that coming through. The Ace of Pentacles and the Star card. So, Cancer, yeah, there's this energy here of just like wanting to, because they're giving me another song about wanting to like slow things down. It may feel like things have been going really at a fast pace, or time has just been flying. And then there's this moment here in August or September where it's like a look back period, or kind of wanting to slow down, or maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you need to spend more time in the present energy and appreciate what you have in front of you and understand that time is so fluid and so fast that this moment will be gone, right? And we spend most of our lives, unfortunately, thinking about anything but the present moment. Think about it. We're very rarely in appreciation of the present moment. Unless it's really captivated our attention. Most of the time we're thinking about what we have to do next, you know, tomorrow, the next day, or sometimes we get stuck in the past, rehashing old conversations, rehashing the day before. But it's very rare that we really can stand in the now moment, which is all we ever really have, and truly, truly be present, aware, accounted for, and in a state of appreciation. And so this might be a time frame where, yeah, you have good memories that seem to be popping up, but also there might be this moment, like I said, Cancer, where you just get a glimpse of the now, and it's a beautiful moment, though. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, wow, I wish I could freeze this, you know? Like, I feel like there's something meaningful coming up here in the energy, right? Some of you might be finding yourself getting caught up, like I said, and thinking about things that have already ended. But the universe is trying to present you future energy. It's trying to present you an opportunity for wish fulfillment, to go towards something, to heal something during this time frame. And And how do you get there? How do you get this wish fulfillment in your energy? By getting really good with being present and appreciating the current moment that you're in. Even if that means just savoring your food for a little bit longer, appreciating the show that you're watching, appreciating the clothes or the blanket that you might be wearing. You know, it's really small things like that. But I actually feel on top of those small things, there's actually something meaningful and tangible coming through that may feel like a wish fulfillment that will maybe even have you stopping in your tracks for a moment and just feeling a great deal of appreciation and love. This is so beautiful. It's like, yeah, let me not over explain. Let's go into the emotional space here then, Cancer. See what we have coming in there. Okay, you have the Hierophant in the emotional space. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, that card flew over there. Queen of Pentacles, Justice. The Strength card. Wow, you have some beautiful cards out here. This is like, on an emotional level, you may be feeling, you know, better than ever. I'm just saying, like, I feel like things may feel like they're lining up for you, like feeling connected, feeling supported. They're highlighting the family, they're highlighting your social circle, but also your stability, feeling stronger than ever, and yet at the same time grounded and balanced. This is a beautiful energy. You may want to capture this entire Leo season or Virgo season and freeze it, because I feel like this is a really good moment for you. This is a really good time for you to really feel at ease with your life, to see yourself in a whole different perspective, to really hone in on your strengths as well, especially when it comes to like the things that you're naturally good at. This might be a really good time frame to build on your skill set or build yourself up in the career or your reputation. There might be opportunities opening up for you in that arena. But there's definitely the sense of like peace and balance and confidence coming through, support coming through. They keep wanting to highlight like the familial or the family structure. There may be some nostalgia around that. All right, as you kind of close out one chapter and go into your next chapter. And then there's this beautiful wish fulfillment here of like things lining up for you and you getting a glimpse maybe too of like how everything that preceded this moment led you to this moment. You know what I mean? Have you ever gotten a glimpse of that before? It's beautiful. Where you can have this look back period where you're like, if that hadn't happened, then that hadn't happened. And if that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be here. You know, like where you're able to piece together like the trajectory of what brought you to the now moment. And Spirit's wanting to really encourage you to have an immense amount of appreciation for all of the circumstances and people and events that led up to the now moment, because who you are in the now moment is so much grander and more expansive because of the experience. And now getting some sort of like either wish fulfillment or reward around this time frame. All right, so it's really beautiful, and this also kind of reminds me of the Aries reading as well. So let's see what else. Four of Cups. But don't ignore your blessings. Now, some of y'all have a lot of good things going for you, you know, and all this support here for you. But sometimes it is hard for us to, sometimes it's easy to ignore the blessings because we're just so used to it. You know, sometimes we get spoiled in life that we don't even realize we're spoiled. You know what I mean? Especially my American followers. Not to call you guys out, but I'm just saying, like, and as a fellow U.S. citizen, I feel like I can talk to this. some, especially here, you know, in the US, I feel like some of us really take for granted how many niceties we have, you know, like air conditioning and clean water and paved streets, the ability to pretty much order anything and have it delivered to your door. I mean, we live in this beautiful, innovative, technology savvy age, right? In one of the leading countries, and yet I feel like we also, on the same side of the coin, have the most amount of people who do not appreciate that or find the fault in it or say, well, this is what's wrong and this needs to be better and blah, 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 blah. And maybe you've gotten caught in that trap as well, Cancer, of like, you know, naysaying your environment or not appreciating what you were born into. Even if you weren't born into a wealthy family, say you're even born into poverty, even the most poor person in the US is usually more well off than some in those third world countries, you know? So it's like, I don't know why I'm bringing this up. And I'm not saying, if you're not in the US, you're not blessed as well, right? We're not the only first world country. Like, there's a lot of beautiful places. But honestly, the entire world is perfect and beautiful the way that it is, regardless. My point is that a lot of us take for granted the natural environment we're born in because we become accustomed to it. And now there's this message here about like kind of getting this step back period where you actually recognize, right, how blessed you've been, where you actually have a moment of appreciation and it's like frozen in time. And why is that important? That's important because it's like almost as soon as you achieve that, there's some sort of wish fulfillment that comes right in behind it. Like more things to be appreciative come right in behind that. And and there's only one thing that could stop this from coming in, and that is being in an unappreciative state, ignoring the many, many things that you have that others don't. By not appreciating your blessings, you know what I mean? Just being like, oh yeah, it's supposed to go that way. It always has been that way. The state of appreciation that's going to speed up what you want, and it wants to come through. What's ready to manifest for most of you that are watching this is something to deal with the second house of assets, money, and your reputation. But I feel like also this immense amount of support showing up in either the family sector or within the relationships. And the only card or the only blockage I see here is, you know, see how this person has all this beautiful energy coming in and they're not even paying attention. They're not appreciative of it. They're ignoring it. So that's really the only thing that could take away from what wants to come through. Now, what wants to come through is this beautiful, peaceful, calm energy, but yet there's excitement here, yet there's passion, yet there's creativity coming through. There might be communication coming through, good communication, right? Things that help resolve some things or some angst maybe that's been inside of you. Like, seriously, this is probably the best reading I've had so far. And it's like, yes, don't ignore your blessings, Cancer. Now, they keep giving me a side message about sometimes ignorance being bliss. Now, some of you are very focused on the things that are going well for you, but there might be someone trying to, or people, or society trying to get into your headspace or get into your ear and maybe complain or tell you about things that could go wrong or throw some shade on whatever you have currently going on. And in that case, Spirit is saying, okay, ignore that. Okay, definitely ignore your haters. Come on. Some of you got haters. In that case, ignorance is bliss, you know. So, yeah. Wow. This is a beautiful reading, and I know this is going to be a bit shorter than the other ones, but honestly, like, do you even want me to clarify this? Like, I don't think so. Like, it's just so straightforward. Everything looks awesome, you know, and I'm not one of those readers that is going to lie to you or give you unicorn fairy messages, but I really do feel that. So this says, I practice the science of deliberate creation. It says, giving thought to anything is creation. Giving deliberate thought to anything is deliberate creation. Let me read that again. Anything you give thought to, whether you want it or not, you are creating. You're creating the possibility, the emotion, and the ripple effect. The deliberate creation, though, is purposely giving your thought to only the wanted aspects of your life, others, and just in general, giving your focus to that. So are you going to be a deliberate creator or a creator by default? I would certainly choose to be a deliberate creator and pay attention to your blessings, show gratitude, because beautiful things want to come through for you, Cancer. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you might be connecting with or have in your own chart. I've got Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio showing up. But it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't yet, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I am hosting an online Facebook event. It's for $9.99. It's Saturday at 1 p.m. If you purchase a ticket, you can watch it live, but you can also watch the recorded replay as many times as you want, even if you miss the live. The event is linked in the description box below. If you're interested in joining, you do not have to have Facebook to join. Just click on the link. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very, very best if I don't see you then. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.